Thomas McCawley was born in Aberdeen, Scotland, somewhere around the year 1876. Not much is known about his life story, but what we do know is that he spent much of his life living in South Africa. It was in January of 1912 that records indicate McCawley left South Africa and came back to England. His occupation was described as being a fitness instructor. It was for this job that he boarded the newest luxury liner, the RMS Titanic, in Southampton, where McCawley had been living since his return. The gymnasium on board the Titanic was a state-of-the-art facility, which included the likes of rowing machines, electric camels, weights, stationary bicycles, and boxing gear. The gym was located on the boat deck with a door leading out to the starboard side of the ship. It was for first-class passengers only. This famous photograph, taken on April 11, 1912, shows the entrance to the gym on the boat deck with author Jack Futrell standing just outside. The known photographs of the gym were mostly taken by seminarian Francis Brown while he was on board for the first 2 days of the journey. Brown disembarked at Queenstown. Another photograph shows two people on stationary bicycles. The man in the photo is Lawrence Beasley, a second-class passenger who would survive the sinking. He is shown along with a friend who was visiting him on board before Titanic left Southampton. Beasley wrote one of the first eyewitness accounts of the disaster in the summer of 1912. McCawley was described as being a bit strict with the use of the equipment, but he enjoyed showing the passengers how to use each piece. Passengers said that he was much more lenient when the children came into the gym. The gym was open for women between 9 a.m. and noon, and for men between 2 and 6 p.m. Children were allowed inside only between 1 and 3 p.m. Not much is known about McCawley during the voyage, but it can be assumed that he was enjoying his job on board the steamship. It was said by one author that he wasn't a tall man, but his shoulders, thick arms, and chest suggest pure muscle and strength. Always dressed from head to toe in white flannels with neatly cropped hair and mustache, he was the perfect advertisement for any gym. After the Titanic struck the iceberg and the call went out for passengers to gather on the boat deck for the loading of lifeboats, many people ended up going into the gym to find shelter from the freezing temperatures out on deck. McCawley tended to passengers as best he could. He told some passengers that he was not wearing a life belt because it would interfere with his swimming stroke, indicating that he intended perhaps to swim away from the ship and find a lifeboat to climb into. He stayed at his post, and there is no evidence that he tried to get away. Thomas McCawley died in the sinking when he went down with the ship. His body was never found. Thanks for watching Profiles from the Titanic.